Hello guys, and welcome to another live video. So for this video, we'll be taking a look at the Casio Loopy and the games I have for it. So I have in total 4 games, so Little Romance, PC Collection, and also the Stupid Dog story game. And this one also, I played a bit of most of these, but I did not really try to play them in depth. Now, this is still something that I won't bother to try because, to be honest, it's kind of a huge chore. So I'll wait for some people to actually join because I want to eventually share this with people or not. I'm probably thinking that I should not, given the bullshit drama I had to deal. Yeah, I'll probably think I will share this video, or at least not for now. So anyway, this is the controller that I got online. Well, it would be the controller, but okay, we're back. So yeah, my bad. I had a bit of a problem. So I was saying I got this controller for cheap. It cost me like $26 along with e-card that was not related to the Casio Loopy. And this console right here, I got it loose. There were no cables, there was no composite cables, it was just the console itself. Now, fortunately in my case, it was just a standard barrel plug cable, and even like the polarity. Now you can't see this on camera, but it's actually like your standard barrel plug to USB stuff. So that's what I did eventually. And there's also composite and composite only. You can do an RGB mod because this console does work internally in RGB mode. But yeah, so if you get a loose Casio Loopy like I did, I believe I got this one for $28. You can buy any barrel plug to USB-C cable like this one, and it can go from anything from 9 volts up to 20 volts. In fact, it can support up to 24 volts. So the regulator inside is actually pretty decent. The only stuff that you can't use is 5 volts, and you may see some of these 5 volts on Amazon. These will not work. It's not enough voltage for the voltage regulator to actually work with 5 volts. And I believe the minimum it can go is 7 volts. But if you want to, if you just need like a cable for your Casio Loopy, I would suggest that you go with a 9 volts USB-C trigger module like this one to barrel plug. And that's what I use for the Casio Loopy. You can also use 12 volts, but technically 12 volts is not part of the USB-C standard, so you want to avoid that as much as possible if you can. Now on my GameCube, I still use a 12 volt cable like this one, but if you can avoid it, use either 15 or 9 volts if possible. Okay. Now you may see there's a slider thing, but that's actually for the printer. That's for adjusting the contrast. And I also won't be able to show you the label because guess what? I don't have any, and they are quite expensive online. So you can pretty much forget about that. And I do get it. It's the main gimmick of the Casio Loopy, but I'm going to judge this console based on the games themselves, ignoring any printing capabilities or whatever. So I'm going to plug this controller, and it seems to it's not a tight fit. It comes loose quite easily. It's as if it's not plugged in. But anyway, first game I'm going to try is the stupid dog game, because that's the game it came on release. Going to good thing that eject button is huge. Cartridge is flying. Okay, I won't murder this console anymore. And there we go. Now I will set the aspect ratio to something a bit better, because this is not supposed to be blown out like this. It's supposed to, but there we go. Yeah, and I messed up. Like, because yeah, again, that's how I messed up. So I'm going to reset this. I'm going to decrease it. I'm going to change the order. There we go. And I'm going to decrease that. Okay. Alright, so we should be able to play. And my controller does work. I did check before making this live video. And I do not understand any Japanese, like at all. Let me lower down the volume a bit so you can actually hear me. And it's odd because even though the controller has 4 buttons and even shorter buttons, almost no games actually use these. Like even Little Romance, for example, it only, for the most part, it only uses 1 button. Actually, this game works best with a mouse, which I don't have. And to be honest, I don't really want to play with a mouse, but some games do benefit from that. But anyway, this game right here is one of the few games with an ADPCM chip on board for speech, so sound effects and stuff like that. The Casio Loopy itself actually does not have any way to generate a PCM sample or speech or whatever. Well, it is capable technically, but they locked it down so much that you can only use samples that's burnt in ROM, which is why would you do that? So yeah, because of that reason, they were forced to include the ADPCM chip inside of the cartridge. That seems so backward to me. Like, why would they even do that? And the controls in most games are very twitchy. Like, even this game, for instance, well, this game is fine, I guess, but you don't do much at the same time. And this game, at least initially, kind of plays like a visual novel, in that you have a series of text, so a story, and you just advance by pressing the A button, and that's it. Sometimes you do have a few choices, but in this game, they're quite linear. Like you have to do you have to choose them several times to advance the story. Now, from what I gather, basically you're a girl with like a dog, and then you go outside, and then eventually it's like you encounter like a weird people. What people? It's a clock, and you know it's actually based upon the Alice in the Dream. I believe it was Dreamland or something like that. But yeah, This game is tedious to play. I'm sorry to say. I don't actually like this game. And you can give a name to a dog, though you can't use like. There's no like. There's no like a. There's. You can only choose Japanese characters for the dog's name, or the girls for that matter. And yeah, matching the A button, as you can tell. And they're looking at us. Or I think he looks at us. And even the girls looks at us eventually later. What a stupid dad. I mean, I knew it was going to be a bad game because there's a little dog inside of this game. Ha ha ha. But yeah, pretty much all of the Casio Loopy games are like this. It's no wonder this console bombed. Like, they have no clue what girls actually like, or even people for that matter. This sucks to play, honestly. And I was even told that they originally did not plan this console to be a girls only console, but you know, the marketing team, they basically ruined it. So yeah, thanks guys. Whoa, okay, yeah, as you can see, I have two choices, but none of them really matter. Because you have to do it several times before the stupid dog will eventually obey. There we go. There you go. This game. And I'm noticing right now that, oh yeah, the game was suddenly silent for a moment. I thought it was just me, but no, it was just the stupid game. This game. Oh my god. What an insufferable game. So not much is going on right now. Supposedly you can complete this game in a matter of 1 hour, but this 1 hour is super painful. Like, oh my god. I mean, the game looks cute, I guess, especially like the in-game graphics and the sprites. They're pretty nice. They're kind of like the Super Nintendo actually, which makes sense if you look at the specs. It's only capable of doing like 256 colors, because that's how much the palette can handle in terms of colors. And this is shared for like all sprites, background tiles, and stuff like that. Now you can, in theory, go beyond that. If you change the color palette on a single scan line, then in theory you can get like up to 18,000 colors on screen, but this will only work if the image is totally static and there's not much going on, basically. So, oh my god, this now for composite, it looks actually pretty decent, but you can still notice rainbow artifacts on the dog, for example, and even on the girl's eyes, you can notice the rainbow artifacts. It's dot crawl, I believe how it's called. And the only way to fix that is really you need RGB for that. I guess the RetroTink 4K could do a better job, especially with like the comp filter it has. But otherwise, this is as good as it will get on the stock console. Well, I guess you could change the sample timings for like the Casio Loopy and it might look slightly better. This game is so fucking tedious. I already want to stop. I got further than this, but this game pisses me off. Like, I thought the games that I made for the Casio Loopy, like Knock and Kidnap Innocents, were bad enough. These games, they are quite on another level, and it doesn't really help that I can't actually understand any of the text. But even if I could, none of the stuff that's shown on screen is interesting. Like, so let's try PC Collection, which is the more interesting one, you could say. There we go. Oh, that's it. There we go. Okay, pretty cool. So I do like the music in some of the games, but really that's about it. And I don't know why, but games expecting mouse controls like this one, they are very twitchy to use. Like, for example, right here on my controller, I'm pressing up. Okay, that's good. But what if I press up and left? Yeah. And the sensitivity is so high, there's no precision in your controls. Maybe it's something you can fix, but I literally do not understand any of this. I could assume this is maybe sensitivity, but I have no clue. Oh, it is. Interesting. So it does move slower. Okay, maybe we can play like this. So let's draw some stuff. So okay, let's draw, like, I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god. I set the sensitivity to its lowest and it's painful. It would be even worse if it was more sensitive than that. Like, I can only do like diagonals. There's no analog controls. Oh my god. Okay, maybe I can cancel that. No? What the fuck is that then? How do I erase? Okay. Actually, let's just... Oh, of course. How do I just clean up this mess? Well, I don't want this girl. I want to draw what I want. Well, okay, well, never mind. So I guess I'll... There we go. That's all I can draw with this. Even then, it's... Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, good luck trying to draw Sonic on this, because it's not good with the controller. I guess it would be better with like the mouse, but even then, I'm not sure it would be that great of an experience. And there's the music composer thing, and you can listen to a few tracks. I'm going to increase the volume a bit. How about this one? How about this one then? Okay, well, you get the idea anyway. So, and I guess you could even compose your own music, but I don't want to do it on that console. Especially, I have no clue what any of this does. And I don't have like a box copy of the games either. So, yeah. I can always use the reset button. Oh, it works. It's a bit finicky, I see. This isn't a very girly game. I'm a bit surprised. Though it was released later. It was released the year after the release of the Casio Loopy, and I can see a few saves as late as 1999. Wow, these. I had no clue that. I mean, I guess it makes sense because I was told that the console was actually discontinued in 1998. So the fact that they would continue to play for another year kind of makes sense, but by then you had already the PS1 and the Dreamcast was already out. Or at least in Japan it was out later in 1998. So being stuck on that kind of hurts, really. Enough about this one. Let's use the eject button. There we go. Let's play Anime Land. I believe this is what it's called. I forgot the exact name of it. There was a sticker on the cartridge for whatever reason. Don't know what it means exactly. Okay. There we go. So it was good news that all of the games were working. Well, I did clean some of them because they were quite dirty. I literally understand none of this. I believe some of the games have saves built in. But yeah, there's this nice music. Like you can change her clothes. Done. Next. And you can change the color of the clothes. There we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff girls were stuck of this. I mean, it looks nice, but the games themselves, I mean, I would bet even if I actually understand what's on screen, it would not even be remotely interesting. Oh my god. So, I can actually skip with the C button. That's the first time a game actually uses more than one button. What a miracle. I tried the shoulder buttons, but they do nothing. Okay, well, it seems that I have to use both A, B, and C. So change our clothes again. Let's go with this maybe. Yeah. Okay, let's go with that. And I can change the setting or the background, should I say? Well, I guess we left. And I can't go to the airport for whatever reason. I do not understand it in this game. Like, all you can do is just dress up a girl and then talk a bit more. Is that it? And we went to the UK. That's not how it looks like. I don't even believe there are mountains in the UK, or at least ones that are like that. Could be wrong though, even though I live in France. I mean, in France we would have stuff like this, but not in the UK. Okay. Maybe I should do like a image reverse of the backgrounds to see where they actually took some of these images. And these images were poorly compressed, by the way. Like, doesn't seem to be like more than 64 colors on screen. And then there's this text. I guess it's all printed, but there's nothing. Oh, it seems to be red. Yeah, it's trying to print, but there's nothing. So I guess I'll just reset. Actually, let's just turn off. Use that check button more. Let's try a little romance. And this one also came with a sticker. I have, once again, no clue what this is about. There we go. Alright. So this is one of the better games, but it's not that much better, honestly. Okay. Let's do one. Let's do position. I like the art in this game. Even though I don't understand the plot, but I would assume with like an OCR, I could understand some of it. You can change the music, though it doesn't do much. It just cycles through a list. And for some of these panels, you can even add bubbles in your text. Wow. It would be possible if I actually managed to figure this out. The last time I did that, it was a complete mess, so I had to do it randomly. I can't even set her hair blue, so this is as good as we'll get. What does it mean, yes or no? Oh, I guess we erase the girl out of existence. And then the background. And then we put it back. Oh, I guess I'll just continue. I think it was this option. It was not this option. Okay, it was this option. Maybe. Okay, no, it was. forgot. Okay. And now, fuck. Let's do it. No, it was not that, but Moody. I did not want to do that. Why are you in the foreground? Oh, get out. Okay, it was. Okay, good. There's no space. I mean, I could always put like a dot, but let's see. Oh, okay, let's just change this a bit. Please. Please. And then you can print that out. Once you're happy, there's this print option right here. And if you do yes, well, there's nothing. I guess it can detect if there's a cartridge inserted, I believe. Or maybe if I do this, okay, well. Yes. Let's see, there's nothing. It was not like the last game where it was trying to bring out something, but there was nothing, so. It's violence. Oh my god. And they're so happy. A very happy ending. And the second could insert it. Something. Not this. Oh my god. Oh, never mind. And I guess you can just go back to the beginning again. So that was the Casio Loopy for ya. So what do I think of this console? Well, the games themselves are not particularly good. Like this one is one of the more creative ones. But even then, it's not something that I would play every day or whatever. Like, and these games are especially really bad. Like Anime Land and the stupid doll game with the girl, even though it has nice graphics and it has the benefits of having like an ADPCM chip for like voice samples and stuff like that, it's really a minor addition. It doesn't improve the game that much, and they used it to not so great effect here. It's just like dogs barking or like, yeah, they basically use the 80 BCM chip just so they can give a barking sound to the dog. Anyway, and the hardware itself, I mean, I guess it's fine. There's a 32-bit processor, but it only has like a really basic VDP chip. Now, granted, you can do 3D software rendering, as I did so for, you know, a knock of the Casio Loopy, and it was quite comparable to the PCFX. Although eventually I was able to get the PCFX to work slightly better than the Casio Loopy, which is no wonder because the CPU on the PCFX is better. And it's not hugely impressive, but like if we were to get games like a knock on the Casio Loopy, I would have not mind this. I would have, it would still be a decent niche console, but here right now, most people should just avoid it unless you intend to make better games for it. That's really all there is to it. And you know, like the people that canceled me, basically, none of them made games to this day. Like I released 2 games for this piece of shit, and 4 months later we still got no homebrew games from this piece of shit, right? No FPS, no Tetris game, no whatever. Like even the few members that I was on the Discord server, not the unbudget the computer Discord server, I'm talking about the other Casio Loopy server. And even though some of these people were working on games, none of them actually released even a demo or even a working demo of a game for this thing. So if you want to actually play homebrew games on this, your only option is a knock and the Kidnap Innocence game that I released. And that's all there is to it. And this does have DMA, but I was not able to play around with DMA. Now, and if it's the kind of DMA that blocks the CPU, it's probably not that useful. It could be even slower than doing a CPU copy, in fact. Although I believe in this case it might actually be faster because, you know, the CPU it's not that great. It's actually on par with something like a GBA when it well, power wise, of course. I would say it's even worse than a GBA, though it does consume only 3 watts. But that's mostly because of this stupid printer. We could potentially get lower. I mean, I would love someone to turn this into a portable, and because that's really the only use for it. But even as a portable, I would not play this, and it baffles me that this console has only 1 controller port. They were supposed to release a multi-tap that could have like up to 2 controllers, but they never actually did, even though they released like 10 games. It just baffles me why Casio just did not include any kind of multiplayer. The hardware itself does support at least 2 controllers, but it's very clear that they ended up with only 1 controller. I believe they were trying to cut down costs, but at the same time you have this stupidly large eject button, and the printer stuff, I believe it would cost them a lot of money. And the 32-bit CPU, it probably wasn't cheap either, but I guess it was a necessity in this case. The sound hardware, it's pretty bad, like only 4 channels, and the music, although it's a bit catchy, I've heard better on the Super Nintendo. Like I would say the Super Nintendo can do more than this. Aside from like the CPU, of course, the CPU of this Casio Loopy just blows it apart. It's a lot